Assalamu alaikum. Army has been mistreated a lot by the PTI workers during the past few days after the arrest of IK Niazi, chairman PTI, and the army didn't do any sort of action at all, didn't react at all, and they stayed silent. And now the army think that they have to fight a dual fight, dual fight, one obviously against the threats, external threats, particularly from the eastern border, and then, of course, from the miscreants inside the country as well. So, whatever happened in the past few days against the army, it is quite unprecedented and it never happened earlier during the past 75 years. And why did it happen? Ike Nazi himself was of the view that the army is against him. Actually, army is not against him, but army is not in favor of him as well. He used to be a blue-eyed politician. He used to be a blue-eyed politician of the army, and it was the army who actually made him the prime minister for the first time. Although now he is very very popular again, and he can become the PM on his own without any sort of a support either from the army or from any other circle. And for that reason, as for the PDM government is concerned, they are going to have a solidarity day with the Pak army on the day of Monday, on the coming Monday. And then there are certain other things as well, which is going to be the part of my today's dialogue, and a kind of protest against the CJP, Chief Justice Pakistan, is going to be held outside the Supreme Court of Pakistan. And as you know, that the Supreme Court, led by its CJP, Chief Justice Pakistan, Umar Atiyab Bandial, has been favoring a lot to IK Niazi. And IK Niazi himself has said earlier that everybody knows which of the justice of Supreme Court is in the favor of this one, this politician, or this side or that side. So it actually means that the higher judiciary, the judiciary itself is quite biased. They actually should not be so. As for this Chief Justice Umar Atiyab Bandial is concerned, he is openly against the PML and the PDM, and in openly in favor of the PTI and its chairman IK Niazi. That's the reason that once the IK Niazi was produced on his suo moto notice, and then upon seeing him, he said that once he came to the rostrum, then said the CJP that it's a pleasure to see you. So that is something really, really strange. Also, as for the Qazi Faiz Isa is concerned, Qazi Faiz Isa is openly against, is against, not openly obviously, cannot be open, but is not in favor, rather against PTI, against its leader, political leader, IK Niazi. So that is a kind of protest against the CJP, and in solidarity with the Pak army is going to be celebrated, is going to be held on the coming Monday, and outside the premises of Supreme Court of Pakistan. And now they are trying to manage the people, trying to bring the people over there. How will they be able to succeed? Maybe they will try to use the local administration, and the administration, and particularly as for the men, as for the supporters are concerned, this responsibility has been given to Maulana Fazlur Rahman, chief of its own faction of JUI, and this is the from the capital. And also as for the PMLN is concerned, PMLN has become a kind of lame duck. They are not effective at all. they're not effective anymore at all. And neither politically nor legally, neither politically nor legally. And they are being defeated a lot, and they are facing the worst kind of humiliation at the social media. So they are losing at all the fronts. PDM and PMLN is losing at all the fronts, politically, legally, and politically, because of the social media defeat. And there is very little presence of social media, PMLN social media, against the social media of the PTI. And the effective people have not been hired. As far as the PTI is concerned, they hire the most expensive, social media designers, consultants, social media consultants, and social media workers. So they hire the best of that, the most expensive of that, and that's why they are winning politically. As for the legal situation is concerned, Haja Harris is one of the best, or maybe the best lawyer as per the Supreme Court is concerned, the most expensive one. He was earlier hired by Mia Nawaz Sharif, but now he is there in London, and the same lawyer has been hired by whom? By I.K. Niazi himself, and because he is the most expensive of all, and the lawyers. So PMLN is losing at all the fronts. PMLN is losing at all the fronts. So that's very unfortunate, and for them, that's very unfortunate for them. Also, it has been learned that Lieutenant General Faiz Hamid, former DGISI, has masterminded all of these protests, and he is doing for the PTI whatever no one else can do, because he knows all the things. He knows the things he knows everything else about the military. So that's why maybe you know there is an idiom in Urdu language, which goes like घर का भेदी लंका ढाए. So it means actually that since he knows everything else about the army, and that's why he is maybe he has been given the task. He has been given the task to to somehow do the things, hold the protest against the military. I don't know whether it is true or not. It is true or not, I don't know. But at least it has been alleged by the opponents of the PTI and the IK Niazi, and I mean PMLN and the PDM. So this is from the capital. See you next time. See you soon.